plus 5x minus 6. Excellent. Very good. So the question is exactly the same. We're asked to find the difference quotient, which we know it's f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And no one has difficulties with this because it's given to us. No one has difficulty with a tiny h because it's just tiny h. There is nothing else to it. In this case, we only have to work on f of x plus h. Can anyone looking at the function that we just came up with give us f of x plus h? Do not distribute, do not do anything, just give it to us in the raw form, and then we will work on it together. Who gave us the quadratic? Sorry, I was looking down.
Me.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Perfect. Can anyone tell us the raw step? Don't distribute, don't multiply, don't do anything. Anyone, please?
X plus h squared.
Yes. Quantity squared. Very good. Plus?
Plus 5 times x plus h minus 8. Or minus 6, sorry.
Excellent. Excellent. How many terms do I have to write for this? And if anyone can give them to us. Please. Anyone, please?
Is it 2 terms?
Say it again.
Is it 2 terms?
Okay. So let's discuss this. Anyone? Anyone remembers a binomial squared is a
squared plus 2ab plus b squared, a trinomial?
Good. So coming back to x plus h squared. We wanted to refresh our memory. A binomial squared is a trinomial. Can anyone square x plus h for us?
X squared plus 2axh plus h squared.
Very good. Who was that?
Kevin G.
Kevin, thank you. Good. So finally we have this piece. This was given to us. This is tiny h. And we finally have the simplified form of this. Okay, we jump over. I will copy, replace f of x plus h by all this. Watch me run out of room. I always do. Remember, we reached the negative sign. Can anyone tell me what to write next? The negative in front of this. Anyone, please? Anyone?
Minus x squared minus 5x plus 6.
Excellent. Divided by h. What did we just say that has to happen? What is note number 1 telling us? And if it doesn't happen, I cannot continue. I have to say stop, go back.
Anybody chance to cancel out?
Everything?
On top?
Yes, maybe more, but definitely those without h must go away. If they don't go away, I cannot continue. Again, sometimes you will see some terms with h will go away. That's a bonus. Thank you very much. But these without h must go away, otherwise we have a terrible mistake somewhere. Good. look at these remaining terms and say, I see what needs to be done. And tell me and I'll do it. What needs to be done so that we can get to note number 2?
Factor out the H.
Brilliant.
Numerator.
Yes, Blake, thank you so much. And what we have left? Remember, we have 3 terms. You must give me 3 terms, no matter what.
2x plus H plus 5.
Only now I can simplify, because remember, we simplify factors. We only simplify factors. And finally, what is the simplified form of the difference quotient for the function you picked?
2x plus h plus 5.
That's it. Any questions? Any questions, please? How do we feel about the difference quotient now? Zach, go ahead, you are muted.
If you end up not being able to cancel out the H's at that step 1, does that means you got something wrong?
Exactly.
Or does that mean that you have to
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have to stop and say, oops, where is my mistake? What happened? What did I do? Yes, absolutely. Note number 1 has to happen, otherwise you cannot get to note number 2. Mandatory in that particular order. Very good question. So note number 1, all terms, no matter what function, carved in stone, all terms without h in the numerator must go away. If they don't go away, then you know something is wrong and you will not get to this. And if you get to this, something is terribly wrong anyway. Good. How do we feel about the difference quotient? And can we move on? Do we need more examples, or can we continue?
Can we get one more example, please?
Yes, please choose any function. Radical, quadratic, rational. Choose any function. Give us any function you want to work on. Anyone, please? Any function? You want to look at the radical now?
Yes.
Okay, I will make one up. Let's say the square root of 3x minus 2. I want the difference quotient. I know what it is. F of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. I know that these are benign. There is nothing I can do here, carved in stone. The only one that needs work is that. Sometimes more work, sometimes less work. Can anyone give us the f of x plus h? Anyone, please? It's okay if you're wrong.
Is it square root of 3x plus 3h minus 2?
Brilliant. Thank you. That's it. Awesome. Well done. Good. There is a technique that we studied in beginning algebra in which we eliminate radicals, so to speak. Normally from the denominator, but now I really want to eliminate them from the numerator. But normally we like to not to see denominators with radicals or radicals in the denominator. Anyone thinks of anything, any procedure that we learned a long time ago for eliminating denominators that have radicals, in this case numerators that have radicals. Anyone remembers? So here's a hint for you. When we had 1 over the square root of x, we really like to multiply by the square root of x and write this, assuming all conditions are fulfilled, because we didn't want radicals in the denominator. Anyone remembers the procedure? How is it called?
Multiplying by the reciprocal?
Well,
Or, yeah, I guess.
that's okay. So we want to rationalize. We want to make the denominator free of radicals. We wanted it to be rational, not irrational. So we want to rationalize, in this case, the denominator. This was an easy situation because the denominator had only one term. But here I want to rationalize the numerator, but it has 2 terms. So if I have 1 over the square root of a plus the square root of b, how do I rationalize this? This is one term, that was easy. But how do I rationalize this? Either with plus or with minus. What do I need to multiply by? Top and bottom, they have to be the same, because this has to be 1. Anyone remembers? What should I multiply top and bottom? This is the same, so that I eliminate the square root of a plus the square root of b.
Shouldn't it just be the same, but just switch the
Absolutely, yes.
sign?
It has to be the square root of a plus, this was plus, so I have minus. I'm going to erase the minus so I don't confuse you, okay? So if the denominator has plus, we need the conjugate of that, exactly. Of course, if the denominator has minus, then we need the conjugate with a plus. Why? Because this product gives us the difference of squares. First term squared minus the second term squared. And that's how we eliminate the radicals in the denominator or the numerator. So keeping this in mind, what do I need to multiply top and bottom of this expression by? It's exactly the same concept. I have a minus b. The square root of a minus the square root of b. What should I multiply by? Both the same. Anyone, please? Anyone, please? It's okay if you're wrong. Please say something.
Would it be the square root of 3x plus 3h minus 2 plus?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. They have to be the same. Absolutely.
Is it always just going to be the opposite sign of whatever?
Yes, because only a plus b times a minus b is a squared minus b squared. Only a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. It's the only option we have. Good. So let's finalize this. I'm just going to move to the next page. Okay, so the denominator is simply h. Do not multiply, do not distribute, do not do anything. The square root of 3x plus 3h minus 2 plus the square root of 3x minus 2. Now, a minus b times a plus b is a squared minus b squared. Can anyone tell us what to write? A squared minus b squared. Anyone, please.
3x plus 3h minus 2 minus 3x
Careful.
plus 2.
Exactly. You either distribute You either distribute or you put it in parentheses and then distribute the negative sign. Excellent. Does everyone understand this? Please, let's take a moment. Any comments, any doubts, anything? Anyone, please? Now, note number 1 has to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll say oops and go back from scratch and start again from scratch. What is note number 1? Note number 1, please.
All of the terms without h must cancel out.
Excellent. Do not simplify in the sum. I'm lazy too, but I'm going to write it again. Note number 2 has to happen. What is note number 2? Note number 2 is
H of the denominator has to go away.
yes, and it does, with an identical factor at the top. And this is the fully simplified form of the difference quotient. Again, what is the difference quotient? An expression that will give us something very important later on. For now, you can say it's the average rate of change of a function between 2 points that are very close to each other. Any questions? Okay, well, I'm going to choose a function, negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. Please find the difference quotient and simplify it and upload your work. Let me know if you need help. And I'm looking to see if we have enough time. Yes, 8 minutes, please. Should not take that long. I will put up also the previous calculations of the quadratic function. But just copy this down first, negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1, and then I'm going to put the calculations up here so you have them in front of you. Negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. And here are the calculations we went through with the previous function. All steps are identical.
Show me the formula again, the problem.
Yes.
Sorry.
No problem. Negative
Thank you.
negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. Negative 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. And you have the steps right here.